I am next.
So it's crazy to know you were that like tapped in. Like.
Fam, I was tapped in before. You have to understand, like I was so hungry. I'm sure you were the same, fam. Like before I blew up, I was so hungry. I was a student of everything, fam. I was like watching everything,
I still am,
studying. Yeah, exactly. And that's what COVID and house arrest allowed me to do as well. Like become like more like of a consumer again, rather than just a person that's like supplying, you know, like really taking the landscape and taking like what's going on and like listening to new music. Because there was a point in time where after I blew up, like I wasn't even listening to music. I was just making my own shit. I was like, fuck everyone. I don't even need to listen to music for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like COVID and like, being on house arrest for so long, like gave me the time and chance to take in like new music and new artists and shit.
Yeah, I think that's a beautiful thing because it's really giving you a chance to really like understand the evolution of the soundscape and what's going on in the world. Because I feel like when you're like foot on the gas going straight, you miss so much and you catch up late. And that's definitely helped you evolve and become a better artist.
Exactly.
Young Bands and Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee for me was the one I was just like, how? Like, what the fuck? Like, Killy, Tommy Lee. If you was to ask me for a more random feature, I would have said Tommy Lee is very random. But it's hard.
No, it's super far. Like, you have to take in, like, his brand, his aesthetic is very, like, on par with mine. Like, you know, like, I loved his project Soul Reaper. Like, I listened to that a lot, like, when I was younger and shit, and when it first came out. And, like, a lot of people, like, Surrender Your Soul, like, that was my first project. I was tapped into, like, he was, like, on some dark dance hall type shit. So, like, our brand.
From early.
Exactly, from the earliest, the first one. Like, people thought he was, like, a fucking.
It was him and Alkaline. Those two were really, like, people were like, bro, like, what's this?
People thought he, like, sold his soul and was, like, on, and I got the same treatment, like, with my artwork and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, our brands align more than some people might think.
Just
you know?
sonically is very different.
Exactly. So it just, as a fan of his music, it was only right, like, you know. And I went to Jamaica and I hit him up. I think at the time he was in jail, but his team reached out to me and we just made it happen.
Fire.
Sure. He still hits me. We still talk.
Fire. And Tommy Lee's most probably had like a big impact on Canada just based on dancehall itself. Like, there's a lot of Jamaicans and Caribbean people in Canada.
Yeah, for sure. Especially early on. Like,